Lactic acid fermentation. Lactic acid fermentation is the breakdown of glucose into lactic acid and energy. So we have two examples in here, that is the bacteria Lactobacillus and also lactic acid fermentation in human muscle cells. Okay, so kita akan tengok dua contoh ni. Right, Lactobacillus is a good bacteria. It does not cause disease. This bacteria is used in the production of yogurt. So yogurt is actually a fermented milk, okay? And it contains lactobacillus. So lactobacillus is responsible in converting the lactose into lactic acid. And the lactic acid will then coagulate casein to produce yogurt. So the presence of lactic acid will cause the sour taste in yogurt. Disebabkan lactic acid ada, sebab tu rasa yogurt ni masam because it is acidic. So automatically the pH is lower than 5. Okay. Second example of lactic acid fermentation is the human muscle cells. When a person doing vigorous activity, contohnya lari marathon 42 km. So what happen is the rate of oxygen used by the muscle cell exceeds the amount of oxygen supplied by the blood. Maksudnya kadar penggunaan oksigen di dalam muscle cell melebihi kadar pembekalan oksigen oleh darah. Maka muscle cells pada waktu ini is said to undergo oxygen debt, iaitu kekurangan oksigen. So what happen is glucose cannot break down completely. So partial breakdown of glucose will produce lactic acid, water and 150 kilojoule of energy. Lactic acid is poisonous to our body. So the accumulation of lactic acid in muscle, okay, pengumpulan lactic acid di dalam muscle cell kita can cause muscle cramps and fatigue. So we must remove the lactic acid. Okay, so macam mana kita nak remove? Here is how we remove the lactic acid in our body. That is through deep and rapid breathing to inhale more oxygen. Sebab tu bila kita habis bersenam, kita kena sentiasa cool down. Ambil nafas dan hembus. Betul? So the oxygen that we inhale will oxidize lactic acid into carbon dioxide, water and energy. When all lactic acid is removed from the body, the oxygen debt is paid off. Jadi bila kita berjaya singkirkan lactic acid dalam muscle cell kita tu, so dah tak ada dah hutang oksigen. Okay? So this is the most important graph in this chapter and you must know how to explain this graph. Okay, kena faham konsepnya macam mana. So graph ini actually menunjukkan intake of oxygen semasa exercise dan selepas exercise. Okay, at the beginning of the exercise, our oxygen level in our body is normal. Just bayangkan kita baru nak lari, nak pusing maktab ni. Baru setengah pusingan tu, kita masih boleh lari, betul tak? Tak ada masalah sangat. Larian kita masih steady, betul? So, waktu ni darah kita masih dapat membekalkan oksigen yang cukup pada muscle cells kita untuk bekerja. However, at one point, the rate of oxygen demand is higher than the rate of oxygen supplied by our blood. So, time inilah kita dah mula rasa penat sebab bekalan oksigen tak dapat nak disalurkan pada kadar yang segera. At this time juga, jantung kita akan mula berdegup kencang sebab nak pump blood to our muscle cells. So, our muscle cell is now lack of oxygen dan keadaan ini kita panggil sebagai oxygen debt. Okay, hutang oksigen. So, oxygen debt ini akan berlaku sehingga kita tamat exercise. By the end of our exercise, we enter a recovery phase, iaitu kita akan inhale more oxygen, iaitu cooling down, to get more oxygen untuk bayar balik oksigen debt yang muscle kita alami semasa tengah exercise tadi. Boleh?